Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. I'm your host, the you see here, talking about the Suikoden 1 old books. It's getting very close to the release date of the Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters. They come out on the 6th of March 2025, so we don't have very long at all, and I thought in celebration of that, we'll just do a quick little video reading together through the contents of the old books from Suikoden 1. Suikoden 1, as you all know, if you're a subscriber or a fan of my channel, is one of my all-time favourite games. I just love everything about it. The 108 Stars of Destiny, the building of your castle, all the mini games, just all that fun stuff. So much fun. It really is just of a masterpiece of a game. And it all began with Suikoden 1. I've already covered the old books of Suikoden 2 in a previous video. You're welcome to check that out. But today we're going to go through the books from Suikoden 1. Just quickly, if you don't know what the old books are, there are a lot of collectible items in the Suikoden games, and the old books are books that you will find all over the place in chests and sometimes hidden around the place, given to you from other characters, things like that. And once you get your home base and a librarian, you'll be able to go at any time into your home base and read those books, and they give some interesting little bits and pieces about the lore of the game, and they can be quite interesting. So that's what they are, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Enough talking. So we have Old Book Volume 1 source. So this is where we're going to find it. Pani Yakuta Castle. The true runes, their creation. In the beginning there was darkness. Darkness lived for eons in a rift in time. Suffering in solitude for so long. Darkness finally dropped a tear. Two brothers were born of Tyr, Sword and Shield. Sword said he could cut anything to pieces. Shield swore he could protect anything, and so the two went to battle. Battle lasted 7 days and 7 nights. Sword cut apart Shield, and Shield broke Sword into pieces. Fragments of Sword fell and became the sky. Fragments of the jewels that adorned the Sword and Shield became the true runes, and the world went into motion. I think that's a really cool little creation story to explain the world of Suikoden. Because if you don't know, although if you know the game you'll know, two of the true runes, which basically act as magic, are the bright shield and the sword rune, the black sword rune. And yeah, they come into play in Suikoden too. The two main characters, Joey and our main character for that game, have those two runes. But yeah, it's just an interesting little creation story. Anyway, let's continue on. We have Old Book Volume 2. Source: Treasure Cave of the Past. Text: Ancient Teachings. At certain times, the runes can give immense powers. The power they provide is magic. Each rune provides 4 magical powers. The great ancient magician Crowley found a method of surpassing teachings. If two souls are united, 2 runes are united, and their ultimate power is unleashed. A power greater than the sum of the parts is generated. The union of souls means that the 2 rune masters apply their magic almost at the same time. The union of runes refers to harmony. In other words, fire and earth, earth and wind, wind and water. Ultimate power means the release of the maximum rune magic. When 3 of these powers are combined, the greatest of magical powers is unleashed. That's an interesting little book. Basically what it's talking about is you can combine certain runes, and when you do, the effect will be more powerful. So like he's talking about fire and earth combined together. So if you combine them in the right order, using the runes, the power will be greater. That's basically what that's talking about. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because a lot of people don't know that. You sort of find it out by trial and error unless you were to look it up. Okay, continuing on, we have Old Book Volume 3. Source: Bookshelf, Temple of Klon. Strategy of War. War begins with the understanding of the enemy's methods. A soldier is stronger than an arrow is stronger than magic, magic is stronger than a soldier. As a result, knowing the enemy's methods are a natural advantage. To know an enemy's hand, it is necessary to utilize ninja's power. An enemy's methods always follow a pattern. Knowing the pattern is a shortcut to victory. When the enemy is without a magician, attack in full force. The power is most effective when you are few and the enemy is many. When the enemy is reduced to a few, use arrows. When your numbers are many, soldiers and arrows are effective. When you are few in number, magic is effective. The only way to increase your number is to recruit. So, if you don't understand what this is talking about, this is basically just giving you a few tips on the war battles. The war battles are when you reach certain key points in the story, you'll have an army battle. And based on how many stars of destiny or characters you've recruited, you'll have a greater number of characters. And it works on a rock, paper, scissors basis. So certain types are weak against others and other types are stronger against others. So as he says here, for example, magic is stronger than a soldier. That's sort of how it works, based on that rock, paper, scissors. And you've also got things like the ninja, which will tell you what the enemy's going to do in the next turn. You get certain unique commands like that come about through certain characters that have joined you. So yeah, very interesting. Okay, continue on. We have Old Book Volume 4. Bookshelf Dragon Knights Fortress. The Knights of the Dragon's Den, Joshua Levenheight, commander of the Knights of the Dragon's Den, keeps the Dragon Rune. From a very early age, the children of the Dragon Knights are brought up in the Palace of the Dragon Knights. Once a year, they participate in the bonding ritual. Only those children who succeed in bonding with the dragon become a Dragon Knight. If a child fails to bond before the age of 6, he will never become a Dragon Knight. The bond between a dragon and his knight is strong. A dragon lives far longer than a human, but should a Dragon Knight die, his dragon out of sorrow will take its own life. On the other hand, if a dragon dies, and must leave the Knights of the Dragon's Den. Okay, that's very interesting. That actually taught me a few things I didn't know about this game. I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but you will meet during the course of Suikoden 1, Joshua Levenheight, who, as it says, is commander of the Knights of the Dragon's Den, and is a bearer of the true rune, the Dragon Rune. But I did not know that if they don't bond with the dragon before the age of 6, they will never bond with the dragon. That's interesting. Okay, let's continue on, because I don't want to get into spoiler territory. There's more I could say, but for those who haven't played the game, my lips are sealed. Old Book Volume 5. Source. Treasure, Dragon's Den. Craftsman's profile. Mace, master blacksmith. Of stubborn temperament, but very kind to his apprentices. Tesla. Scrivener of Ante, competent. Gen. Simple-minded shipbuilder of Tian. Templeton. Mapmaker, perfectionist who appears whenever changes occur. Kimberly. Ostentatiously a stamp maker, she is in fact. Sergi. Unsuccessful inventor, said to be in Kaku. Antonio. Excellent cook, living in Sika. Lester. Cook whose specialty is stews, presently working in Moravia Castle. Hugo. Librarian of Clon Temple. Casiosis. Balladeer, deeply in love with Milich, to whom she sings. Jabba. Arrogant but exceptional appraiser, feels he can appraise anything. Kahamadol. Popular alchemist of Tian. Okay. I think this book is pretty self-explanatory, but it's talking about various characters that you'll recruit in the game, and sort of gives you, I guess, a little bit of information about them, as well as tips as to where you can recruit them. Although these days we have the internet to find those things out, but if you don't want to, cheat, if you want to try and figure it out for yourself, that book can be quite useful. Okay, next we have Old Book Volume 6. Treasure Sonia Prison. Blacklist. The following list, compiled by the Imperial Guard, describes suspicious characters who may have evil intent against the Empire. Clive appears to be on the trail of somebody with the intention of extracting revenge, occasionally sighted at an inn in Rickon. Cress, follower of the former Empire Gil Ragnar, long incognito but recently discovered to be hiding out with the Knights of the Dragon's Den. Angie, pirate of Lake Torren, long-standing friend of Tai-Ho. Ruby, stray elf. Fuma, masterless ninja, hides out with the Knights of the Dragon's Den. Fusulu, warrior who wears the tiger's mask, always repays his debts and obligations. Pesmerga seems to be looking for Yuba, the Black Knight in service of Windy. Okay, so we have another book similar to Old Book Volume 5. This one talking about a quote-unquote blacklist, so I guess you could sum that up as some of the more suspicious characters. But yeah, same sort of deal, giving you a bit of information about some of the recruits you can get and information about them and tips on where to find them. Interesting stuff. Okay, now we have Old Book Volume 7. Source, Treasure Northern Checkpoint. Antique prices. Failure earned 10. Octopus earned 500. Flower earned 2,500. White earned 4,000. Persian lamp 2,500. Blue dragon earned 8,000. Celadon earned 10,000. Black earned 20,000. Fine bone china 60,000. Hex doll 60. Japanese dish 3,000. Chinese dish 6,000. Teen boy 16,000. Bonsai 25,000. Knight statue 30,000. Goddess statue 100,000. Graffiti 100. Flower painting 7,000. Lovers flowers garden 29,000. Landscape painting 40,000. Nature's painting 200,000. So this old book is telling us about the various antiques that you can find. If you don't know, antiques are another form of collectible in the game. So you'll find them all over the place, treasure chests, enemy drops, things like that. And they don't have a great deal of use. You can sell them, as listed here, for money. But the other use for them, which is far more fun, is one of the facilities you'll get at your home base is a bath. And you can decorate the bath with antiques. And certain combinations of antiques, along with certain combinations of characters, will trigger certain cutscenes. And these bath scenes can be quite interesting to watch. Some of them are quite funny, others just give like interesting little bits of dialogue and insights into characters' personality. So yeah, very interesting. Okay, and we have the final Old Book Volume 8. Source, Treasure Collector. The Collector Tragedy. Border disputes between the Empire and the city-state have been going on for many years. So-called Collector incidents took place against this tense, ugly background. Taking advantage of civil strife within the Empire, the city-state overran the northern part of the Empire all the way to Calico, which they occupied. After pacifying the Emperor, Barbarossa's forces headed to confront the invaders. As the city-state's forces began to retreat, the Imperial army entered Caleca. What they found was a burnt-out city whose residents wiped out. Leon, his forces know of the appalling devastation of Caleca. Despite their exhaustion after the long march north, the forces were infuriated by the news. With renewed vigour, succeeded in forcing back the city-state army. This was quite interesting. We're obviously getting a bit of lore, but exactly when in the timeline this happens, I'm not exactly sure. It sounds like it happens, obviously, in the Suikoden 1 timeline, but whether it's before, during, or after the events of the game, I'm not 100% sure. I like to think I know a lot about these games in my life, but I do not know everything. If somebody could fill me in on that in a comment, that'd be interesting. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I love learning little tidbits of information about games like this that mean so much to me. So near and dear to my heart. Okay, but that's the last of the old books. So we're going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm trying to cover more news and lore videos. I know I haven't done many Let's Plays, but we'll get to them in due time. I know my uploading schedule's sort of been all over the place. This is my first upload in about 3 months. I've been very busy. But I promise when I get the chance to do videos, they will be coming. If you have to wait a little while, well, you have to wait a little while. I'm sorry, guys, but know that I haven't forgotten you all, and when I get the chance, I will upload. It just depends on when I feel that there is something worth covering. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm your host, the RPG Goddess Gamer. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't already a subscriber, because the majority of people who watch my video are not actually subscribed.
Listen.
And leave a like and a comment, because those little things will help push you up in the YouTube algorithm. So they mean a lot. And yeah, consider sharing it with your friends if you like. But I've been your host, the RPG Goddess Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. I love you all, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.